I just want to talk about it. It is hitting in my spirit. What is more hard is actually trying to keep up with who you are not. Person just like the person. I don't know, but I just like the person. Let me ask you this question: do you like everybody? Obviously not. Hi everyone, it's Olivia Posh and we are back again with another video. So today we'll be talking about something different. To start with, this is not a motivational video, this is just reality. So have you ever tried to wonder why people who are your family and your loved ones, like your friends and family, why they are always stuck with you? Why they're always around, even when they act the most craziest? Have you ever wondered why they still remain? In fact, why they still loved you the more? Why your friends are always there, like, why they just like you for no reason, for even you looking shitty? Have you ever wondered why they do that? Well, there's just a particular way you do your thing that is just different from what every other person does. It's not like it's not the same, but it's different. It's just slightly different. It's just your kind of person. You can't really explain, but that is just you. You just do your own a particular way. And sometimes you wonder, like, why is it that my things are always different? And then we realize that people come and go with just different uniqueness, just a twist of one thing and a twist of the other thing. Nobody comes the same. Like, people come and go, people are born today, people die today. But even as people come and go, you can never say that one person acts exactly like the other person. Like, exactly, no, it has never happened. Is that not something that is very, very special? And I don't even think if scientists or whoever it is can actually alter that uniqueness in human being. I feel it's something that is very, very interesting when it comes to human being. Tell me why a human being would want to change who they really are, when somebody above you have decided that for each person that is coming, they are going to come with their own uniqueness. They are going to come with something different that nobody has ever had, that nobody in this life has ever had. But there you came and you decided to change your own. Why, brother? Why, sister? I'm just talking about the uniqueness in every human being. Sometimes we are so blessed to see people that tends to recognize that uniqueness in us, that tends to see it first, and someone will be like, oh, this girl, like, there's a way she does her things, I just like her. Or she's like, one time my auntie told me that she loved the way I told stories. I don't know if she has seen me. I think, me personally, I know that I tell stories very well when it comes to writing, but she was just saying it generally that I know. But even when I knew, I was like, okay, so what next? How do we move forward from here? What's the big deal? How is it so unique? Everybody tells stories, but that is not the point. Like, there is something they have seen that is just different, that is just distinct from the normal way people do their things. And everybody have this thing, like, everybody have this exact thing I'm saying. Everybody have their own way of just doing things, which is just unique to each and every one of us. Just like that. Like, that is how God has made it. No matter how you try to change it, everybody has their own uniqueness. That's just it. Now I want you to pause and think of people you've met all your life. Like, different people. Just think about people that you've come along with, like people that you've met and you just have conversations, or you even, like, even your siblings, your family, your parents, and the rest of them, your cousins. Just calm down. Let's all of us be in the mood of yoga and think about it. Think about these people and tell me if any of them behaved alike. No. You will see that each person brings something different unknowingly to them. Like, unknowingly to them. Like, you could tell me to start listing my friends. You could tell me to start listing my family. You could tell me to start listing people that I know and how they act, and I will tell you different things about them. Nobody is the same, and that is how people will also talk about me, like how I come off, how I show off, and whatever it is that I do. There's just this uniqueness that comes with me that it is only God in heaven that can give. Do you get? So tell me why a human being. I've been saying this thing, even as I'm saying, tell me why a human being. I'm talking about even me too. would want to just twist it. I don't like this, let me twist it, let me change it. Tell me why a human being would want to just imitate someone else, would want to do something else, like would want to just want to be someone else that they are not, that God has not created them to be. You are just trying to tell your creator that does not know what he's doing. It is hitting in my spirit to talk about it today. So I just want to share with you. So why is it that somebody would think that the way God created them to act, or the way God created them in their own uniqueness to do their thing, is not the way they want to do it again? Can be as a result of frustration. Maybe you've been doing your things your own way and it feels like you're not getting it. Maybe this person is getting it well, better than you, and you now decide, no, there is a reason why it's like that. You cannot tell me that there is no reason why it's like that. There is a particular reason why it's like that. That God wants us to come and bring in our own uniqueness, our own specialty in whatever it is that we are doing. And then, when somebody says you are better off the way you are, especially people always say, leave me the way this is the way I am, this is the way I am. Sorry. So I think people misplace it, Sha. When you want to, it doesn't mean, see, the uniqueness in people doesn't mean that you should not work hard. It doesn't mean that you should not try out things. But what that uniqueness is that you should not lose yourself. You shouldn't lose your vibe. You shouldn't lose who you are as a person. And that person that you are as a person is actually what is leading you. So you can actually channel your uniqueness to every single thing you want to do. Let's assume now that you want to be a musician. You can channel how unique you are in your music. You can channel how unique you are in being a teacher. You can channel how unique you are in being a pilot. You can channel how unique you are in anything. That doesn't mean that people, it's just the way people change this narrative. They're just like, leave me, this is where I am. No. You working hard and you trying to build yourself is a different thing entirely. But you can actually bring in your personality to whatever it is that you have chosen that you want to do. For example, like musicians will just be like, there's something very special about this guy, but I cannot say what it is. I cannot really pinpoint, I can't really touch what it is, but almost like this guy has something. Like when Black Sherif started singing, not when he started singing, I just knew that there was something unique about it. I think the reason is because you could see his personality in that song. You could just see his person in that song. I never even knew he was a Ghanaian. What I saw was his personality that he channeled into that song. The same thing goes with professors. The same thing goes with actresses and actors. Let's talk about Funke Akindele. She's a movie producer. And anytime she comes on stage, even with every single thing, you will just know that there's something different about her. That is bringing in your personality to whatever it is that you are doing, bringing in yourself, who you are, to what you are doing. Let's assume now that you want to fake it. How long do you want to fake your personality? How long? Let's assume that you try to fake it for so long. Whose personality are you even trying to fake? Yeah, that's the question. Whose personality? Because there is no personality that you know that is so pertaining to yourself like your personality. And that is actually it. Like there is nobody that you would want to imitate that you can imitate like yourself. So why do you want to imitate someone else? Sometimes we think that this person is a perfect person, like this person is doing so well and the person is perfect. Let me just be this person. But the truth is that you can never really know who that person is. We human beings are very, very unique and special. Sometimes even when you say, I know this person very well, you cannot know people very well. You can, yes, there are extents you can know people as the human being you are, but why we are all human beings is that you can't really know. So whoever it is you are trying to imitate might not even be who you think the person is. And then there is also a probability that the person is even trying to imitate someone else and it keeps going and going. So you keep confusing yourself. You just keep confusing yourself, and at the end of the day, you are lonely at the top. Lonely. The uniqueness in you is so special. I feel like people get it twisted when it comes to who they are. I feel like you can be anything you want to be. Like you can actually go for anything you want to go for in this life, but then don't lose who you are. Like your personality is quite different from you going for whatever it is. You can actually go for what you want to. I know people that they don't know how to do a particular thing and they just started doing it and learned it for 2 months and it has become their source of income, it has become their joy, it has become a lot of things. But what I'm trying to say is that your person, your uniqueness that God has put into you, just like I said, that as people come into this world, they are different. They are just different from every other person that has come into this world. People are still going to live and more people are still going to come and they are still going to be different. So that thing that makes you different, why try to hide it? Why try to conceal it? It doesn't make sense. It's always good to channel it to whatever it is they are doing. Is it that you are a teacher? Let it be that you are teaching some type of way. Your personality is showing in a way that people will look at you and know that you are just different from every other teacher because this is what you bring. This is your personality that you channel into teaching that is quite different from everybody. Sometimes, yes, it might be hard to accept who we really are. But you know what is more hard? What is more hard is actually trying to keep up with who you are not. One thing about the uniqueness in people is that it just comes naturally, it's free, it's peace, it's just there. See other scenarios where people say that they don't feel like they are loved because of who they are, so they will need to change, especially when it comes to maybe the color of your skin, just different things. A lot of people just see things because I like who they are and then they think that people don't actually like them for who they are. Let me ask you this question: do you like everybody? Obviously not. You don't like everybody, and that is how some people will not like you. It's just something that comes with life. And then let's assume you will try to be someone else. Even people that should like you will not now like you. What would they like? It's funny, but that's true. What would they like? At the end of the day, there are people that are meant for you. There are people that are there. There are people that are meant for you. But then, if you switch from who you actually are, how would they now get to know you? I feel like for every individual in this world, there are just people for them. There are millions of people in this world. So for who you might just see people and somebody is telling you, I like this person, and you keep asking yourself, what does this person see in this person that they like? But they just naturally like that person because that is just it. That is just who they want. That is who they are meant to like. So let's assume that you change your personality or you change who you really are for someone else, for you to look as a certain kind of way. So some certain kind of people will get to know you. Obviously, it still ends up that same way because those people you are still not going to act that way forever, because that is not you. And at the same time, those people that were supposed to actually get to know you for who you are, those people that have already been placed there to just get to actually like you for who you are, won't even recognize you anymore. I don't like the fact that people try to merge all these things together. For example, when someone says that is who I am, you will not bet very well. That is who I am. Maybe someone tries to correct you in a way that you have to accept the correction and improve yourself. You say that is who I am. That is not the who I am we are talking about here. That is you trying to evolve and people trying to correct you for like what you're supposed to do, and then you're not taking correction. That is actually not the who I am that we're talking about. We're talking about that thing that can differentiate you from someone else. Human beings are really complicated and you can't really say who is who. It's just like you trying to be someone else and you don't even know that that person is not who you think the person is. The person is actually different. The person, what you are seeing on the outside, what the person is trying to portray or what you are seeing is not necessarily who the person is. You really need to dig deeper for you to get to know that person very well. And then imagine you trying to be that person like on the surface. At the end of the day, you're still not yourself. You're not that person. And the truth is that you can never know. The only person you can ever know so well, that you can never imitate so well, is actually yourself. The person you're even trying to copy to be might actually feel insecure. You wouldn't even know, and the person is trying to be someone else. At the end of the day, it's just a roller coaster here and there. A trying to be B trying to be C, and C trying to be D. So there is this scientific research that happened. I read that in a book. I still have the book here with me. So I was reading this book. The name is Saving Grace, and there is this part of the book that I read where scientists were trying to make a research, and their research was based on they used class students who do not like themselves for who they are, and they brought them out and they were like, how do we change who you are? Okay, one person was obese and the other person had a lot of acne on his face. So what they did was to try every measure to make sure that they get rid of that actual thing that made them not feel themselves or not feel that this is who they really are. So they went through that process and they got rid of everything and they looked perfectly the way they imagined they wanted to look. Guess what happened? When they called them back to ask them, okay, see how you're looking now. Do you think you're perfect now? Like you're perfect? What they said was no. They were looking for something else. So there is no such thing as a perfect person. There is no such thing as God just created us in different ways and in our own in his own image and likeness and in different unique ways, and there is no such thing as someone is perfect. Even as one tends to get older, you realize that actual things that you think your parents had you see them as Lord and Savior and superheroes. You see our parents, our aunties and our uncles as superheroes. The older you get, you realize that these people are still human beings like you. It's just that they are older. That is just it. So all these things are just for you to know that nobody is actually perfect. There is no such thing as a perfect human. There is no such thing as a perfect body. There is no such thing as a perfect thing. It's just you trying to actually accept yourself and do the best you can. And when you get to that point and you are still not content with who God has created you to be, like your unique person and who you are, like your uniqueness, you will still be chasing for something, and that is how you just keep chasing and chasing and chasing. And the worst of it all is that you just keep chasing. Even when you get there, you just keep chasing. Even when you get there, you just keep chasing. So it is just a road that has no end. We are not also denying the fact that people evolve and as people grow, they change. But do not cram yourself to just be something that you've imagined in your head that is actually not real. At the end of the day, people are going to make of you what they really want to make of you, despite how you perceive yourself for them to see you. You now see why I said in my title that is it not better off you be who you are, like you remain who you are. So like I said, this is not a motivational speech. This is not inspirational, whatever. This is just reality. I'm just here to tell you reality. Just something that I've really observed, and I see it every day, and I know that this is true. So yeah, I just hope you think about it and just be who you are, and there are people there that are going to actually see who you are and fall in love with who you are. So until next time, bye.